Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. This is the place to go for high quality free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. In today's video, I want to speak about USD JPY because at the moment we do have quite interesting price action and structure. Now, as usual, to keep the analysis as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical side of this market, then we will move to the order flow, which is what the big players in the market are doing. And by the end of the video, by combining these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here on this pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which is trying to break below structure. This area was acting as previous monthly resistance, which was supposed to be turned support here. The market failed in respecting this zone and at the moment is breaking below it. Now, if in 2 days and 13 hours, we will actually see a monthly close below this blue box that we have identified here, essentially we have a break of structure, meaning that this previous resistance, which was supposed to be turned support here, will be once again acting as resistance. And after the break, what we could expect is a retest of this resistance and then to see a potential rejection to the downside. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now, from a weekly perspective, we have a situation in which we did have the completion just now of this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside. We can also notice how the market went all the way up and tested exactly the previous weekly support, which was turned resistance here, and after that rejected to the downside, which is exactly what we expect in a situation like this. However, now that we have broken below this previous support and resistance and the market is retesting it, we could expect another rejection lower, essentially for the market to once again do exactly what it did here, reject the previous weekly support, turn resistance. We can also notice how if we take our Fibonacci from the high to the low of this impulse, we have the 50% retracement lining up exactly with the previous support and resistance, creating confluence of resistance at this zone that, as we just said, we could expect this market to reject to the downside. Going down on the daily, what do we see now? From a daily perspective, immediately what we can notice is that even though the market is creating a move to the upside, is doing it with the creation of a bearish pattern. In fact, the market is currently trending higher with the creation of a W formation. And in general, after the creation of a W, what you would like to see is a rejection lower and completion of the pattern at the neckline, which is the previous resistance turned support. So here on the daily, even though we could expect a bit more bullish price action overall, we would like to see a rejection lower for the market to complete the pattern at this previous daily resistance turned support. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators, so hedge funds in the market are doing, and we check the data for the JPY, the first thing that you have to notice is that if you're checking the data for the JPY, what you are actually checking is JPY USD, because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. However, we want information on USD JPY, so we simply have to reverse everything that we're reading here because we're reading JPY USD, but here on our chart we have USD JPY. Now, what we can see here is that with the last reports, we had a huge increase in the net positions for the JPY. Institutions went from having 102k negative net positioning up to having now minus 40k negative net positioning. So net positioning got essentially doubled to the bullish side, making the JPY quite strong, right? We're starting to see the strengthening of the JPY with institutions closing a massive amount of shorts, going from 140k shorts to 74k shorts. And with the last report also increasing longs quite a bit. We had 11k longs added from an institutional perspective and 900 shorts getting closed. What this shows is that they're starting to long quite aggressively the JPY, meaning that they're starting to short USD JPY because a strong JPY makes USD JPY weak. So once again, there is very good probability for the potential completion of this daily W formation that we have just identified. So how we could be approaching this potential shorting opportunity. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4-hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the upside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bullish market as we would have to an intraday bearish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bullish to bearish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection lower for the market to complete this W formation at the neckline. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and these kind of things, that is all part of the mentorship program, which you can find at transparentfxtrading.com. Here you have the possibility to gain access to my entire course with all the rules of the strategies. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is the one that we used in this video, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you scroll lower, you will see that past the testimonials, I'm running currently a huge special promotion in which you have a very big discount on the lifetime access price from 497 euros all the way down to one payment of 97 euros for lifetime access. And since I have partnered with the forex broker Blueberry Markets, if you open an account with them from the student dashboard after you joined, you can get a full refund credited back into your trading account. And it's completely optional if you want to join or not. You're not forced. If you scroll lower, you will see that there is still time to join before the timer goes to 0 and the offer expires. However, spots are limited, so if they get filled before the timer goes to 0, the offer will end anyway and price will go back to normal. So I really suggest that you take advantage and join directly from here to gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout. So definitely looking forward to have you on board. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you. And I will see you in my next breakdown.